Yes, sir. Yes, sir. KC back at it again, man. I ain't came up with a title for this yet, but for now, I guess we'll call it Prison Stories. I don't know. We'll see how that hits. But anyway, if it's your first video watching or whatever, basically I'm just sharing my incarceration story through like these journal entries because the whole time I was in, I was writing these little journals or whatever, writing a couple little journal entries every couple days, whatever the case may be. So anyway, let's jump back into it. This one's from October 11th at 11:20 p.m. It says, although I can't really recall too many memories or experiences that I would classify as hard, I can honestly say that being locked up like this is by far one of the most, if not hardest experience of my life. Some days aren't as hard as others, but days like today seem to be a little harder than most. We have been locked in our cells for over 24 hours at this point. I'm well aware that this is the price that you pay once you're convicted of a crime. However, the entire time that I've been here, the events of today were a first for me. Since we are on lockdown, we eat all of our meals in our cell. Today after breakfast, I fell back asleep like I do most days. A couple of hours after going back to sleep, I was woke back up for a cell raid. First, they make you strip naked in front of not only the other man in your cell, but also 2 or 3 more male COs who watch you get naked. After that, you get back dressed, then you're handcuffed and taken out of your cell and let out into the hallway where you sit and wait as 2 or more COs go through all your stuff. I believe they purposely fuck up all your shit because they know you have to clean it all up and put everything back where it was. So once they finished and I was brought back to my cell and the cuffs were taken off, I noticed that everything in the cell was just thrown all over the place. The one thing that I noticed that really irritated me was, along with all my covers and sheets that were torn off the bed and all my papers and shit from my folders and notebook, they seemed to have just let an entire cup of Kool-Aid spill all over everything. It's one thing to just fuck up all the shit in the cell, but I don't understand why I spill a full cup of Kool-Aid on top of all the other shit. I think this was done on purpose because there's no way it could have been an accident. This is the little shit they do to try and get a reaction out of people. Then everyone acts surprised when they get a reaction out of people. I didn't give them the satisfaction even though I was pissed off. At that point, it was clear that we were going to be locked down the rest of the day, so I went back to sleep after I cleaned up the mess they made, and I ended up sleeping most of the day away, which means I'll probably be up most of the night, but I'd rather be up all night than be up during the day listening to all these fake-ass niggas lie about one thing after another in hopes of impressing lame-ass niggas. This shit is a joke, one day at a time. So that was October 11th. And the next one is from October 13th at 10:30 p.m. It says, Saturdays are good and not so good. They're good because canteen comes on Saturdays. They're not so good because we only get out of our cell for maybe 35 minutes. I actually got lucky today because yesterday one of the COs gave me a LOP, loss of privileges. So I wasn't supposed to get out of my cell today. He said it was throwing gang signs in the chow hall or something, laughing but serious, but I guess he didn't follow through with it because I wasn't on the LOP list today. It's absolutely crazy to me how the guards here give people LOP day after day. We already have to be in this cell all day, and then they have the audacity to want to take the little bit of time we get out of the cell away from us. This shit is like a boys' home or something. Some of these lame-ass niggas deserve to stay locked down, though, and I have to believe that if this were like other prisons, those niggas would get... We're going to skip that part. We're going to skip that part, too. I don't know if I'm emotionless or what, but I guess luckily this shit doesn't get to me like I'm sure it gets to other people. That was me bluffing myself. That's crazy. In the background, you can see my little prison picture, though. And that's just my little wall I got to look at every day to make sure I don't go back. You feel me? A little vision board, little certificates, the master plan. That right there is gang. Complete boot camp, complete ISR, get real estate license, list a bunch of books I wanted to read, you know what I'm saying? Some of them I knocked off, 50th Law, 5 Love Languages, Hustle Harder, Not Smarter, or Hustle Harder. Finish reading the CEO manual, just stuff like that. But whatever, let's get back to it. Even if for some reason I end up having to do all my time, I'm just grateful that I don't have to do something like 10 years or more. As much as I dislike most of the immature niggas in here, I feel bad for the little niggas with 15 plus years. And I guess I feel bad for older niggas too who got 10 or 20 years or more. There ain't no good age to be doing, or there ain't no good age to have to do any time. This shit is hard for anyone. All I can hope is that after this is all over, I never have to experience this or anything like this ever again. Yes, some people belong in places like this, but not me. I hope that once I get out and I'm able to really find something that keeps me from coming back here. As of right now, I have no place to even go home to whenever I do get out. But I pray that when the time comes, I'll somehow have it figured out. That's the part that I probably think about the most. What am I going to do once I get out? Out date 11/15/22, 4 years and 1 month to go. All right, we're going to finish it up on that note, you know. Like I said, this is Prison Stories. We're going to try to label it that for now. I am KC, you know. Tune in next time. You feel me?